Hello everyone and welcome to MX Gaming. Today's going to be a special episode where I'm going to try my hand at a Let's Play. So, to begin, uh, yesterday was the start of Season 9. Yesterday I had done the video of the new revamp of the Earth Space Dock, and I had actually started the Let's Play yesterday. However, unfortunately the video files were corrupted, so I have to redo it all over again, and hopefully this time they don't corrupt. So let's begin with with the reputation for species 8472. So for tier 1, for completing tier 1, you get the mental acuity, which increases damage while aiming. It increases your damage while aiming in ground combat, plus 10% bonus damage while aiming. Or you get mental conditioning, which increases resistance to psionic damage and resistance. Psionic damage resistance. My apologies. Increases your resistance to control effects and improves your psionic damage resistance in ground combat. Plus 20 psionic damage, bonus resistance rating, plus 15 control resistance rating. So once you complete tier 1, you get the following things unlocked. For a new store, for the store unlock, you get a very rare or purple biomolecular rifle ground weapons Mark 12. For new equipment projects, you get both of them there. Everything is going to be very rare purple, because what they've done is they've removed the Mark 10s, Mark 11s from all the reputation systems. So this is the new thing in the reputation system. So you will automatically get all Mark 12 items. Continuing on, you get the Counter Command Personal Shield Mark 12, which is a ground set, and you get a universal console, the hydrodynamic compensator. For tier 2, you get to choose between one of these two, which is, the first one is Tactical Precision, increased accuracy when Tactical Bridge Officer ability is used. Grants a minor accuracy bonus when a Tactical Bridge Officer ability is used in space combat, can be stacked up to 5 times. So this is only to yourself, a plus 3% accuracy for 15 seconds, and it stacks for 5 times. And now the bottom one, which is Crucial Component Redistribution, increases control resistance and anti-proton damage resistance, improves your starship's resistance to control effects, and improves your anti-proton damage resistance in space and combat. Plus 20 anti-proton damage bonus resistance rating, plus 15 control resistance rating. For the unlocks, you get, for the store, Biomolecular Assault Ground Weapon, Mark 12. For equipment projects, you get Counter Command Deflector Array, which is a space set. And you get the Enhanced Biomolecular Photon Torpedo Launcher, Mark 12. For tier 3, once you complete it, you get to choose between these two items. The first one is Empathetic Adaptation, increases a chance to increase shield hardness when hit, grants a chance to increase shield hardness by a small amount when hit in ground combat. This chance is doubled versus psionic damage, can be stacked up to 5 times. When suffering damage, 20% chance to reduce damage to shields by 5% for 15 seconds. The chance is doubled when hit by psionic damage. That's actually not too bad. The Udine or Species 8472 really love to use their psychic abilities. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This is for later on in the video. Empathetic Reverberation, chance to reflect energy and psionic damage when hit. Grants a chance to reflect energy damage when hit in ground combat. Chance is doubled versus psionic damage. This effect cannot be triggered more than once every 10 seconds. When hit by energy attacks, you have a 5% chance to reflect 50% of incoming energy damage back at the attacker. Also grants a 10% chance to reflect psionic damage. So that's actually not too bad. So I think these are both ground combat abilities. So for unlocks, for the store you get the biomolecular projectile space weapon. For equipment, you get quite a bit here. You get the biomolecular phaser rifle Mark 12, biomolecular disruptor rifle, hyper impulse engines. You get an engineering kit module with nanite medical generator. For science kit module, you get a nanite sonic pulse. Tactical kit module, you get the photon grenade, which is kind of cool. Now, for tier 4, you get the nanoprobe field generator, chance to increase shield hardness when hit, grants a chance to increase shield hardness by a small amount when hit in space combat. This chance is doubled versus Udyne. Can be stacked up to 5 times. When suffering damage, 10% chance to reduce damage to shields by 5% for 15 seconds. The chance is doubled versus Udyne. Second choice is nanoprobe feedback. Chance to reflect directed energy damage when hit. Grants a chance to reflect directed energy damage when hit in space combat. Reflected damage is doubled versus Udyne. This effect can be triggered more than once every 10 seconds. Cannot be triggered more than once every 10 seconds. When hit by directed energy attacks, you have a 10% chance to reflect 100% of incoming directed energy damage back to the attacker. Reflected damage is doubled versus Udyne. So that might be 20%, and chance to reflect 200%. I don't know if that's how it's going to go. That could be nerfed at some point. I can see that happening. So for store unlocks, you get the space beam weapons and space cannon weapons for your ship. For equipment, you get hyper injection warp core. This one is only used by Federation and the Klingon side. The next one is the hyper injection singularity core. This is for the Romulans. Next, you have phaser turrets or disruptor turrets. And I believe those are for your ship as well. And finally, for tier 5, once you've completed, you get this automatically: biomolecular shield generator, area shields, damage reduction, and shield generation. This is space and is always active. Biomolecular shield generator creates a fixed position shield generator in space combat. That generates starship shield and reduces the damage taken by starship shields for allies in the immediate area. For yourself, creates a level 50 biomolecular shield generator for 30 seconds. The following applies to allies in a 2.5 kilometer radius. So they gotta be really close to you for this. You get a 732.4 shield regeneration per second and reduces damage to shields by 22%. For store unlocks, you get the biomolecular kit frame. And for projects, you get the exo armor, which is for your ground combat, and you get the covariant shield array for your ship. And that's unlocked at 100,000 reputation marks. So let's look at these daily. So you get a daily one and you get an hourly one. So your daily one, you'll receive 2,500 reputation points that will add to this bar right here. And the requirements is 30 Udyne marks, 2,000 expertise, which is not too much if you're higher up in the levels and you've been playing for a while. If you haven't been playing for a while, you might have to grind a little bit. Now this is where they've changed things. There used to be commodities here. Now they've changed it to EC. Here it's 15,000 energy credits. So I mean, for daily, okay, that's not so bad, but that can be a little much if you're struggling to get EC. For your hourly, you get 200 marks, and for the requirements is 20 Udine marks, 1,000 expertise, and 7,500 energy credits, which isn't too bad. But I don't like the fact that it's daily and hourly, because that just, for someone who's a casual player like myself, I would always be doing the daily because I only get on once an evening, and usually when I'm on, I'm doing my reviews or trying something new like eject the warp core, or doing a look at something new that they've come out with, or trying my hand at this Let's Play, which I need to get at. So that's for the marks. Now, moving on to this featured series, which is called Surface Tension, which is a sequel to the episode of A Step Between the Stars, which is right here. This is where you got your Dyson Sphere ship once you grinded out. I don't know, I can't remember how many things you need to grind, but it was quite a bit. You can also get 3 different EV suits depending on the choices that you made for that one part where you had to fight all the Voth, whether you chose swarmers, beams, or nothing at all. So once you picked one of those 3, you got a different EV suit for each of those. Once you have those, you can exchange them at the Lobi store. I believe is it the Dontra station? Yes, Dontra station, and you can obtain one of 2, I guess, ultimate EV suits for the Dyson Sphere, and you also have to pay, I think, maybe 100 Lobi for that as well. I'm not sure on the price. I'll have to double check on that. Anyways, let us hail this. So help complete the final preparations for the conference. The tasks that need to be done will appear in your mission tracker. Okay. All right. So, because I know where we need to go here. So we're just going to transwarp there. Just make it easy. So this Let's Play might be broken up into at least 2 parts, because it is quite the length of the episode. This can take, I think it took me about an hour and a half to do last night. So this might have to be done in 2 parts, just so that everyone's aware. Okay, so because I've already done this, the skill points and expertise points are much lower than what they were when I first started. They were quite high, so unfortunately they're not as high now, but that's okay. I don't really necessarily need them. Now, you only get to choose one of the following, which kind of stinks, but you get 2 traits. One's a ground, which is plus 20 toxic damage resistance rating, and when damaged by toxic, 10% chance to remove 1 toxic effect, and that's fluidic antigens. For the space trait, you get living hull, plus 0.05 hull regeneration in combat, and plus 0.1 hull regeneration out of combat. It's not that bad, but it's not that great, but at least it's more than nothing, right? So you also get 3 kits, 1 engineering, 1 science, and 1 tactical. They all have plus 73.1 to willpower and plus 10% all damage versus Udine. The only difference is what modules you get with it. For engineering, you get 2 mechanic, 1 engineering, and 2 fabrication. For science, you get 2 research, 1 science, and 2 medic modules. for tactical, you get 2 strategic, 1 tactical, and 2 assault. And you get this console, which is a tactical console. It's a multi-conduit energy relay, so you get plus 13.1 to phaser and disruptor damage, plus 26.2% radiation and photon projectile damage weapon. And it comes in a set of 4, so with the other ones you get all the other ones are the with the reputation system. So once you get through the reputation system, this console here is going to be a 4-piece, the 4th piece to all the other things, and it's going to give you a nice bonus set. And so I can't really right click and find out what those sets are, but maybe after if I do choose this console, then I can show you which one's which. So for the for two of them, you get biomolecular instability. For a 3 set, I have a biomolecular turret barrage, and for degeneration wave signature. So those would be interesting to see, and see what kind of damage and stats they have. Because I've already done the mission, I get dilithium ore container, which you get 480 dilithium. So let's go ahead and accept this mission. I'm going to close that down, and we're going to begin this mission.
Last time on Star Trek Online.
We are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed.
Starfleet has lost too many ships and too many good men and women to a fight we now know was caused by Iconian and Undine influence.
Is that...
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Into the gateway, now!
Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Sir, we've been scanning the gateway. The monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. We are within the Solanae Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around a star.
We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of Omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space.
It now appears that the Jenolan Sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae, and moved to this location.
You're not Cooper.
We will repel the Undine, and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat. The Undine are a threat to us all. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy.
And now, the continuation.
Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Welcome to the Jenolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
Alright, let's go talk to Captain Sean.
Good to see you. I'd say you're right on time, but it looks like everyone else wants to be fashionably late. We're still finishing preparations for the conference, and Admiral Tuvok is already there. The Klingon and Romulan delegates will arrive soon, so we should head inside as soon as you're ready.
Alright, lead on, McDuff.
assistance with preparations for the conference. The Romulan and Klingon delegations are still in private deliberations, but other delegates are arriving. Several preliminary tasks remain before we can begin the presentation. Your support in this matter would be appreciated.
Help complete the final preparations for the conference. The tasks that need to be done will appear in your mission tracker. So we have to go and we have to call for security first. Alright.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
Redhead can go there.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
You can go there.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
And you can go there. Alright, and
This Cardassian bug is trying to push Bajor out of this conference. We have as much of a right to be represented here as any other world. More than the Cardassians. They're not even part of the Federation or the Klingon Empire.
I simply pointed out that as a Federation member world, Bajor has no need to send an independent diplomat to this conference. After all, Bajor has no separate planetary interests that would require their attendance here. The Federation speaks for them.
Let's go with this one.
I thought Federation membership meant Starfleet would look out for Bajor's interests. Obviously, I was wrong.
Oh, cranky. Very, very cranky.
I simply pointed out that as a Federation member world, Bajor has no need to send an independent diplomat to this conference. After all, Bajor has no separate planetary interests that would require their attendance here. The Federation speaks for them.
Oh, so basically you have to choose this one. Okay.
I wouldn't exactly say that the state of Bajor inspires much confidence. After all, it is a Cardassian space station that the Federation uses to police the wormhole. Even so, the state of security at the wormhole is far from ideal. The Dominion has taken control twice now, hasn't it?
I'm gonna go with this one because
The Federation has never made a policy of preventing member worlds from overseeing their own interests in conjunction with Federation efforts. Or is Bajor going to be treated differently than other member worlds?
Well, since you put it that way, I suppose I'll just take my seat.
Preliminary tasks are complete. Speak with Admiral Tuvok again.
oh, so that's new where it actually tells you that you're done your quest. I think they went all out with the voiceovers on this one, which is kind of a nice thing, considering the other ones, the voiceovers were just pretty much the main people like Worf or Tuvok. So let's continue this.
Thank you for your assistance. Please take the opportunity to speak with the various delegates. Having an understanding of the positions of each representative will facilitate more effective negotiations.
Alright, so I have to go speak to the Federation, Klingon, Romulan, Republic ambassadors. Okay. Alright, let's go talk to the Romulans first.
Thank you for the invitation. Starfleet certainly knows how to organize their meetings on a grand scale. I trust that the Republic will be able to take a leadership role in studying the sphere. The extensive knowledge we've gained from the Solanae sphere should give us an advantage here. And after all, the gateway that leads to both of these spheres is in Republic space.
It's the soundless villager.
Yes, the Undine. Very interesting. My security advisors have been looking over the data, and we are all very curious to hear what you and Admiral Tuvok have to say on the matter.
Alright, on to Klingons. I don't know what's scarier. that the Klingons have an ambassador, or that their ambassador is a Gorn. I don't know, that thing was pretty scary. I wouldn't want to mess with that thing.
I sincerely hope that the Federation is not wasting our time here. If your presentation is to explain the threat posed by the Undine, let me spare you the effort. The Klingon Empire has been aware of this threat for quite some time.
There is a champion you can activate in Ascalon. That's pretty easy. Trolls usually up.
Let's talk to you first.
The Federation's position is quite clear. We believe the only way to safeguard the future of the Alpha and Beta Quadrants is for all of the galactic powers to behave as reasonable entities and work together to oppose those who would threaten our worlds. It doesn't matter if that threat comes from the Undine, the Borg, or the Iconians. The response is the same.
You've spoken with representatives of all of the delegations. You should return to Admiral Tuvok.
What? They must have changed this. Because I was able to talk to the Xindi delegate beforehand. Even, oh. Very, very odd. Okay. Nice way of saying, no, you can't do the optional now.
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated.
Can I still talk to the Xindi guy? No, I can't do that. That's very, very strange. And it's strange that they have the Xindi in here, but I think it, now what he says is that they've been manipulated before into attacking Earth and whatnot. So I think that's why he's here, and that there are 5 races living on his planet, so they all have to coexist together, which helps bridge the gap between the Romulans, Klingons, and the Federation. So I think that it all ties together with the Xindi. Now this is pretty cool here. That's cool. I think these are where all the Dyson spheres or the gates are. Now, I don't know if this is what's actually inside the sphere, or if this is a planet or like space, and I don't know. It's interesting. I'd like to find that out more. I think it's what's inside the sphere. That would make sense to me, because the brownish part would be land, and then the dark area that would probably be water. That's just my thoughts on that. Alright. Let's go tell these delegates to go take their seats.
I suppose we can begin.
I'm really upset that I can't talk to that delegate.
Yes, I will take my seat.
Seems to be pleasant. There's a thing there. Is that? Okay, I see. Alrighty, moving on. Talk to the Bajoran delegate.
I was just going. Don't rush me.
Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
Yes, I'm going.
You can start the presentation from the control console.
And I shall.
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae sphere. My militia.
I find it
that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested now the Undine threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the present.
Our fleet stands ready to protect both spheres from the Undine.
The Undine can wait. We have more important business to discuss. Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferenginar. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival races. I have a proposal of $500 million of... What's that?
Tuvok to Voyager. Report.
The placement mission's very
A massive fleet of Undine vessels just appeared from a rift. They're setting a course for the gateway.
The Undine. What do they want?
Unknown. Direct to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth's space dock.
Sean to Federation fleet. Red alert. Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy, but the Undine attack like assassins in the night.
We will crush the Comic-Con!
A significant Undine force is headed for the Sol system. We must stop the Undine from breaching Earth's defenses.
Alright, let's go.